We start things off first with this image. You've certainly seen it by now. Posted last week from Cam Newton, the NFL MVP, playing water polo. He shared it on his Instagram. We posted it on our Twitter account, and the social media world has never been the same when it comes to the sport of water polo. Nickelodeon confirms Cam was at the USA Water Polo National Training Center taping an upcoming episode of his new Nickelodeon show, All In with Cam. More on the episode when it airs. What we're going to talk about here today is the internet reaction, and it was fast, it was fierce, and it was widespread. You had audiences from all over the place converging. Water polo people, football people, people that love Cam Newton, people that hate Cam Newton. It brought together a crazy reaction. I think most reactions fell in one of three categories, a pie chart, if you will. One, wow, that was awesome. I'd hate to be the guy in the receiving end of that throw. Cam Newton's a crazy athlete, and he might have taken someone's head off with that ball. Then there was the Cam lovers. Cam is bae. This guy's a good-looking guy. Look at how ripped he is in the pool. Way to stay in shape in the offseason. And the last, it was the water polo people. Some loved it, but some had to get in there and really break it down technically. Some water polo folks analyzed this picture more than people looked at that dress photo from the internet last year. You know, the one that was either black and blue or gold and white. Personally, I saw gold and white, but water polo folks, some of you guys broke this thing down so far, you had questions. Is the guy in the deep end? Is he in the shallow end? That's not how you egg beat her. Why is he throwing the ball that way? His arm angle's all jacked up. Why is he wearing a goalie cap? And is that a women's ball? Let's try and address some of your huge concerns here. First, you're missing the entire picture. The NFL MVP gave water polo a shot. That's the start and the end of this story. It's great exposure for the sport of water polo. But let's break it down a little bit further. First of all, why would Cam Newton be wearing number 1? I can't figure this out. Does anyone know why he might be wearing number 1? Oh yeah, that's his number on the football field. So let's suspend reality just for a moment and go with the fact that the guy likes to wear number 1. Makes sense. 2, is that a women's ball he's holding? Well, he is at the National Training Center, home of the USA Women's National Team. There might have been a women's ball laying around. That might make sense. Is he in the shallow end? Well, for anyone who's been at the Los Alamitos pool, raise your hand if you've been there about 1,000 times. I can tell you that is the deep end for sure. So water polo folks, let's just enjoy this moment. Take it all in. Love the fact that a sport that we all agree could use a little bit more exposure got some from the NFL MVP. And if you don't believe me, just check out some of the national media.
Mike, here's an inspiring athletic tweet from USA Water Polo. Yes, that is NFL MVP Cam Newton. And that's my Olympic sport, Mike, so I'm fired up to see Cam Newton in the water.
In addition to Pro Football Talk on NBC showing some love, a couple of other small outlets picked up on the story. Maybe you've heard of ESPN, Yahoo Sports, CBS, Deadspin. You get the idea. This thing was trending on the internet for several days last week. So water polo fans, don't downplay it. Don't take the wind out of the sails. Could Cam beat your JV team in a game? Who knows? Could he swim all 4 quarters? Who cares? You're missing the point. This is about the NFL MVP shedding a light on water polo, a sport we all agree deserves more exposure. It's the game you know and love. But sometimes it almost felt like the guy who wins the lottery and complains. Hey man, this is great, but they gave me all my money in 20s and I wanted hundreds. Hey bud, you're still rich. Don't worry about it. Enjoy the day. So water polo fans, next time a great athlete, an NFL MVP, or someone else from another sport wants to give water polo a try, don't look for everything wrong with the image. Embrace it. Go with it. It's good for the game.